Obviously, a big win, a very important win for you this evening, a great performance. What's the emotion like for you right now?
Oh man, I'm super excited, pumped, man. Yeah.
What was the feeling coming in? I mean, obviously a disappointment after your last time. Was there added pressure or nerves or anything this time around, knowing you didn't want to lose again?
Definitely, especially since it was my first loss. I had been so dominant in my other fights, so coming off that loss, I knew I had to come in here and get it, and knock it out first round.
What did you do? I mean, how did you deal with that? How did you move past it and get over it?
You just have to. If you're a warrior, you're gonna bounce back stronger. That's definitely what I did. I went back to the gym, started working specifically on striking. I did that for 4, 5, 6 months, just working on my striking. I have so many blisters on my feet right now I can show you. I put in the work. I didn't need to do too much striking, but I definitely didn't want that to be a weakness.
What was the emotion like, getting into the cage? Did it feel differently this time around? A lot of people talk about having nerves the first time out, that sort of thing. What did this whole fight week feel like for you?
I tell people this all the time. When you're a fighter, you can't worry about what you can't control. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get in there and do it. So fight's in my mind, but I'm not worrying about it. I've trained for it. I know exactly what I need to do, and I just go in there and do it.
Very, very impressive finish. I'm curious. I mean, it looked tight for quite some time. Were you close to letting go? Was there a thought going through your head of, maybe I better not burn my arms out here. Maybe we better adjust?
No, I wasn't going to let that go. I could feel that it was tight. I could feel he was struggling. He was trying to punch back at me. I knew he was seconds away from tapping, so I just kept the squeeze on him, and he eventually tapped.
Was the slam to the ground? Is that when it seemed like it maybe got actually tighter at that moment?
That was a good slam to the ground. I'm going to say that right now. I didn't expect that. And I hit the ground pretty hard. But, him going down like that, it just makes it easier for me to control him on the ground. And, once we got down there, I kept tightening it up on him.
Nice. Tell us about this desk job.
So I'm actually an actuarial analyst. I know a lot of people don't know what that
is. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I get that 99% of the time. So easiest way for me to explain it is if you get an insurance quote, there's a lot of math that goes into giving you your price. So actuaries do all that math to give you that price. So we take all thousands of variables to get to a single price for an individual. And there's a lot of other fields that actuaries are in, but it's mostly in insurance. I had a professor that worked for NASA, calculating risks of stuff exploding. So it's a lot of data analytics. But yeah, it's a really cool job. It was the #1 job for multiple years in a row. So I got 2 of the best jobs in the world.
So it is funny, right? Somebody that analyzes risk assessment and professional cage fighter, right? I mean, certainly there's some risk in there.
And it makes sense that I'm a grappler because grapplers take the least amount of risk. I try to avoid all damage to the head because, I got to take these actuarial exams. I got one next month, and then I'm going to hit the books and pass out.
If this is something you want to keep doing, though, it sounds like, a lot of people that say, well, I want to fight, and I don't want to have to work, I want to do this, but, if you keep showing this promise, you want to keep doing both?
Yeah, if I can, I want to keep doing both. I love both my jobs. I work with some great people at American National. It's a great company, and they're super flexible. They're supportive of me fighting, and, if they allow me, I'll keep doing both.
Very nice. And just last thing for me, what's next for you? You get to call your shot now. It's a lot different than when you're coming off a loss. What's next?
I haven't even thought about that, honestly. I haven't been scouting opponents. I just had Joby in front of me, so that has been my main focus. Let me talk to my team and see what's next for me.
Is it less pressure on yourself? When you say, like you said in the octagon there, you don't have to do this. So is it less pressure, like when you're preparing for fights?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't have to take any fights. I get a paycheck every week, regardless if I fight or not. And I get paid pretty well. I love fighting though, so I can't quit. I fight because I like to do it. No one's forcing me to do this. I love to compete. I love to push myself. I'm not here because I need to. I'm here because I want to see how far I can go. I knew if I didn't fight, I would regret it my whole life. So my wife was the one that really told me, you got talent to do this. Let's see how far you can go. And I used to be a high school math teacher, and I actually quit that job to start professional. And while I was fighting, I had extra time, so that's when I started taking those actuarial exams. And now I do both. So I've always been progressing. I know I can't fight my whole life, so obviously I've stayed in school. I'm still working, and I just want to push this, see how far I can go.